Hello, this is Naturally Kiva. Get ready to be your best self. Let's talk about being your authentic self. Are you being your authentic self at this time? I am working on being my authentic self every single day. Let's think about being your authentic self and how you can be your authentic self. First thing is to go back into your childhood. Go back into your childhood and think about things that you really loved doing. Then all of a sudden, this world got a part of your world and told you some things that you can't do this because of something. If you liked to draw, but someone could have been a family member, or it could have been you after a while putting it down because you felt that I can't be a person in art because artists don't make money. Have you ever been into anything such as playing sports, but someone came to you and said, oh, they threw statistics out, only 0.002% people make it into sports. So you stopped with these dreams that you had and you became a part of this matrix, living the 9-to-5 life, having a 9-to-5 job. So go back into your childhood and figure, what are things that you love to do? And then it can exude passion for you and you can find your purpose. I'm going to give an example for myself. I have always been into spirituality. I can remember as a child, my mother bringing home some horoscopes from the health food store. So she would bring them home and I discovered that I was a Pisces and I would read this stuff. I'm about 9-10 years old. I don't understand what it's saying, but I knew that I was a Pisces and I was into all of that. I can even remember playing with a friend and having her read my palm and I'm reading her palm. We didn't know what was going on, but I loved it. I'll even add a little funny story to this. I remember being a teenager and calling the psychic hotline like I'm that old. That I called the psychic hotline. I was trying to get like a minute or so in to talk to a psychic. It ran over and I called a few of them. So a phone bill comes. The phone bill comes and this is the 90s. So the phone bill comes and it's $200. My mom freaked out and I got in trouble for this. But clearly I was into all of that. So I always delved into it. And I remember in my late 20s, I went with someone and we got a reading from someone. And then after the reading, I ended up seeing the person who gave me a reading at my job. She had another job that she did besides being a psychic reader. And from then, we became friends, lifelong friends. So remembering that story, it just synced up with me that, you know, this is something that's a part of my life. I became lifelong friends with this person. And then 2020, I started reaching into finding out about myself. And I found out about myself through astrology. And through astrology, that's a part of my spirituality. I loved it and I grew from it. And learning about my astrology, learning about my astrological chart, learning about my natal chart, all of that, I discovered that this is who I am and this is where I'm supposed to be. And I didn't even know any of this. I went into my astrology chart and so it fit perfect because this is who I always was. But I stopped being my authentic self because of society, people in the world, whether it's friends, whether it's family, telling me that this is not right to do. I should not be a part of this world. of spirituality, of astrology and horoscopes and psychics and spiritual guides and angels. So I stopped. And I stopped, I would say, probably from maybe 18 until I found my lifelong friend until 28. Then I started getting into it. And then by 2020, really getting into it. And I love it. And I'm finding out so much about myself through this journey. So that's one way that you can go back, is finding out who you are, is going back into your childhood and really finding out what you were passionate about. And this world told you, you can't do it because of money. You can't do it because this is not what we're supposed to do in this world. And you're not going to do it because you need to be a part of this matrix 9-to-5 life. Find out who you are. Go back to your childhood. Once you start going into your childhood and finding out your authentic self and delving into your authentic self, you're going to start getting some passion and being passionate about the things that you want to do in this life. Imagine that, being passionate, not doing the same thing over and over again. Then you're going to start being led to your purpose. See, the thing is that in this life, we all have a purpose in this life. And we're supposed to live out this purpose. We have lessons and we have a purpose. So stop trying to be like everybody else and follow what you want to truly do and become your authentic self. And what are some ways that you could work on being your authentic self? You really need to tap in going within. And what do I mean by going within? I mean, start to meditate. Start to calm your mind. You can pray. And you'll be able to find out what you are passionate about and start leading to your purpose. Now understand that this stuff does not happen overnight. It took time. I started meditating back in 2019, and I'm just starting now to see stuff come to life for me. So you have to understand that in this world, we want instant gratification, but it takes a while for things to come to fruition for our lives. You just have to be patient, and you have to wait and understand that God has your back, spirit guides have your back, angels have your back. Everyone is here to support you and who you want to be. So just remember, you can be your authentic self and live out who you want to be. Find that passion, find that purpose, go back into your childhood. This has been Naturally Kiva. Thank you.